Hi, my name is Sebastian van der Schlier. I'm an ex-social anxiety disorder sufferer, and I'm a social confidence coach and the host of a podcast show called Social Anxiety Solutions, where I interview psychologists, psychotherapists, healers, coaches, and so on for their best social anxiety solutions. For information, check the link below this video. Now, I'm going to answer a question that was sent to me, and I think this applies to quite a lot of people. It's a bit of a long question, but listen, I think you'll find some benefit from this. So here we go. Dear Sebastian, I have just started to read your website and I found very much similarity. I'm a 36-year-old male and I have a fear of public speaking, anxiety of meeting and talking to people I don't know, anxiety of talking on the phone with strangers, anxiety of approaching beautiful women, and actually the worst part is the physical reactions like trembling, sweating, voice changing, rapid heartbeats, etc. And it's very ridiculous because I tried so many techniques to beat this problem like NLP, EFT, hypnosis, breathing techniques, meditation, Sedona method, release technique, body detox, sports, dietary changes, classic homeopathy, seduction and PUA methods, tried to face my fears, etc. But the problem persists. In 18 years with this much effort, I can barely say I changed maybe. I'm still searching for the solution. I think that you're talking about EFT. I guess I couldn't use EFT effectively and consistently. So what do you suggest in my situation? Thank you, sincerely, Secret. All right. So thanks for your question. Yeah, sorry to hear that after that much effort you have so little to show for. A couple of things that could be going on. For one, I'd be curious if all of the things you say you've been trying, if that is what you've been trying yourself, or if you actually had an expert work with you who's an expert in these techniques. Because I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. You know, they might hear of, oh, NLP, amazing, I'm going to try it. And they, do some research online, learn about the technique and try it, and then maybe don't get such great results. Or, they learn about the tapping. And they maybe try it at first and they don't get a result, and then they're like, this doesn't work for me. Or maybe they do get a result and it's like, nice relaxation technique. Yeah, this works kind of okay. You know what? I'll try that next time I'm anxious. Or you know what? I'm going to try to sit down and take some time and actually try it out. Whereas they kind of underestimate its power, and that might be the case for you as well. So what you want to do is sometimes it's a complex problem that you're trying to overcome. And some simple tapping for an hour or a couple of times by yourself might not be it. People often try it and they try it a couple of times, but they're not committed to it. And by saying they're not committed to it, I don't mean that they don't keep tapping, but they don't take it seriously enough, in that there are certain things that if you just use the tapping, there are certain issues that you have that you cannot really see yourself. So if you're not getting any results with the tapping, that would be I'm not very clear, I didn't sleep that much, forgive me. That would be a sign that you need to get some help, or you need to get more information. You need to get more clear information, all right? So that doesn't mean, people throw away a specific technique way too early. And, if you're stuck, and particularly with the tapping, I can most talk about the tapping because that's what I have most experience in myself. That's what I can talk about from experience. That you can get great results with. There are many other techniques, though I'm not an expert in that, and this works. So what I suggest, like, if you're not getting any results, there are reasons for it. Okay, you might be dealing with resistance, which is in 95% of the cases why you are not getting the results. There's one part of you that's like, yes, I want social confidence. I want to feel calm and relaxed and at ease in social situations. I want to be able to speak my mind, finally be free, feel confident speaking publicly, go talk to that girl that I'm attracted to, speak up in meetings, finally be myself, look forward to the weekends. Yes, 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 absolutely. 18 years I've been going for this. It's time for my breakthrough. One part of you. But there's maybe this other part of you or other parts of you that are like, yeah, but we don't deserve that. That's for the cool people or the worthy people, and we're actually not that important. So if we have that, we're not real. We're fakers. And by the way, then we'll have to be someone that we're not, and maybe we're judged more, and there will be pressure on us, and it's just not safe to go there. So you have one part of you going this way, one part of you going that way, and now there's resistance. So you have this tug of war, so you remain stuck. You go a little bit forward and you go backward. A little bit forward towards social confidence, and this part of you that think it's not safe is going to pull you right back. You have this tug and war. It's massively frustrating, and you're angry at yourself, and you're ashamed that you're stuck for so long. Tiring. I get tired just talking about it. So in such a case, sometimes it's difficult to unearth that resistance yourself. By the way, great question to ask yourself would be, what would be a downside of having social confidence? Keep asking yourself that question, and what might pop up is like, whoa, my God, James will be jealous of me, and that relationship with James is important to me, so I can't go there. Or, then I'll have to do all these things that I said I would do, and, that scares me. And so on and so forth. There's a great podcast where I interview Steve Wells, a psychologist, about this resistance, and there are several more, but this one comes to mind. And I'll link it up below this video so you can check it out. Basically, that's another big thing. One of the most common things that can be going on. Well, I can almost guarantee you that that's going on. You have resistance. And that resistance is blocking you from making, that transition yourself. Now, sometimes you can overcome that resistance pretty easily. Sometimes it takes some persistence to overcome that resistance. And sometimes you actually need to work with an expert to help you overcome that. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. There are plenty of other people who can help you with that as well. And in other cases, you might actually need to work with someone face-to-face, a real therapist, a qualified expert therapist who has tons of experience, who you can sit with, who you can start to build a relationship with, and you might need to, over time, build a connection with that person, start to feel safe to relate your story, because there might be more going on than just social anxiety. You might be dealing with, other stuff. I don't know what that is, but if you've been stuck for a long time, basically my advice is get some help. All right, so because there are always reasons for why you're stuck. You're not born with this, you learned it, so you can unlearn it. But if you're not able to unlearn it yourself, find an expert. And if you've had experts help you and you couldn't get to where you wanted to be, get a different expert. All right, there's, like when you go to a hairdresser, some person might mess up your hair, or might not give you the ideal haircut. This is a really bizarre, not great analogy, but another hairdresser might give you exactly what you're looking for. Some people are just more suited for you than others. And from personal experience speaking, what I did in the beginning, I really wanted to have quick results. So I went for 3 sessions with this expert. I'm like, yeah, I'm not fixed yet. Let me go to this other one. And I went for 4 sessions with that one. He's like, yeah, this one's not fast enough either. Let me go to this other one. And these experts didn't get the time to really dig in and understand this complex mess that I was. Still am to a degree. And so that really started to change for me when I decided, okay, I'm going to find a coach who sees more in me than I see in myself, who's really amazing, that I feel a connection with, that I feel excited to work with, who I really trust, who has an open heart, who just feels good to me. and I'm going to build a long-term relationship with that person. That might not be necessary for you. I was in a pretty deep and dark place, but if you've been stuck for a really long time, get help. If that help didn't work, find another helper. If that if that helper wasn't great, find a different helper. There are amazing experts, amazing techniques, and the same thing goes for different techniques. If tapping isn't your thing, try logosynthesis. If logosynthesis isn't your thing, try Psyche. If Psyche isn't your thing, try emotion code. If emotion code isn't your thing, try pranic healing. If all of these things only give you a little bit, boom, combine them all. Do everything and anything. But when you're stuck for a long time, I'm not going to repeat myself anymore, get some help. All right, so hope this was helpful. I am going to end by letting you know that I have a new website, socialanxietysolutions.com, and on that website I give a social confidence, social anxiety starter kit. And it consists of my ebook, a 28-page ebook, How to Overcome Social Anxiety Completely. Now that's taken me a month to write, together with my coach, the coach that I've been working with for over 4 years. Well, she didn't write it, like I wrote it, and she helped me clarify things. And so you get that, and that kind of gives you the step-by-step how you can become completely anxiety-free, why you've been stuck, and how you can become unstuck, and why it is that you actually can be free of anxiety completely. Then also in there, it's my story, how I overcame my social anxiety completely, an audio file. And there is in there as well an 11-part free Social Confidence Now video series where I teach you the tapping, the basics of it, a little bit of extra stuff, super simple, so that you immediately can start taking control of your emotional world and start reducing your social anxiety. So you can get that on my website, socialanxietysolutions.com, and check out the podcast. You can click on the link below this video. Thanks again for your question, and I release a video like this every Thursday. Subscribe wherever you want to subscribe, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.